Alright, so in today's video we're taking a look at a therapy lamp you can see right over here. So I'm going to throw a few images on the screen. You can check out some details that outline specifics about this lamp, and then I'll get this unplugged and moved over here so that we can take a look at it, and then I'll show you the operation as well. Alright. Alright, so as stated, we're taking a look at a light therapy lamp. Before we get into the actual light itself, I'll show you what all is included. So the box and the packaging, it's actually very well packaged, so shouldn't be any problems as far as damage goes. You have this nice bag pouch, so you can actually carry this with you. I'm sure a lot of people would enjoy having the option to transport it with them if they take a lot of trips or aren't in the same place at all the time. So of course have your little wall wart so you can plug in USB. The nice thing about it being USB, it means it's going to be universally compatible. You can plug it into pretty much anything and you don't have to worry about it, so that's really good. You have a little gift incentive type card and a little user manual in case you have questions about functionality or how it works. Alright, so let me get this unplugged right quick. Now, I don't know exactly how long this cable is, but I'm going to say it's right around 4 feet. It's USB, micro USB A on one side, but it's Type C on the other, which is really, really nice, because a lot of people have a lot of Type C devices these days. That means you don't have to carry around an extra cable if you want to use your own. Excuse me. Alright, so I'm going to set this down for a moment, and I want to show you the actual light itself. So I've kind of left it dark in this room so you can primarily see. I've got a light here for the video, but I'm going to turn that off in a moment so you can see just the output from this. And I guess you'll see the monitor output as well, but that's going to be very minimal. So basically, you can see sort of a pancake type style. 10,000 lux, 3 different brightness levels. It has a memory function, so if you turn it off, turn it back on, it should retain whatever setting as far as the level you chose. So that's pretty cool. It actually feels pretty good. It doesn't like pop and crack when you move it, so it doesn't have a cheap feel to it. And I've had it running for, I want to say I had it running for almost 12 hours continually, and it's very mildly warm to the touch, just enough that you can know it's on, but I don't think there's any risk of any type of fire hazard in terms of the actual heat generation, because it's very, very minimal. So that said, on the back you can see it has the plug there, and this silver piece, this is your stand. It just kind of pops out. There's a little rubber lip right there, so when it's sitting on a table or what have you, it's not going to slide around very easily. And I believe this actual piece here is metal. It does not feel like plastic at all, and it sounds like metal to me. It feels like metal, so I'm going to say it's metal, like an aluminum stand. But anyway, the ideal behind something like this, for a lot of people, they do not do well during the winter or fall type time frame of the year because there's a lack of sunshine. They tend to be stuck indoors more because it's not as warm and people don't want to go out. And with the 2020 year and what's been going on with that, more people have been indoors more often. So for people like that, I think it's called SAD, as one of the disorders, seasonal affective disorder. I think that's what it's called. Don't hold me to that. But it's something like that. But other people get just depressed when they're inside, or they get depressed when they can't be outside. as often, and this obviously doesn't replace the physical ability of being indoors or outdoors, but the mimicking of the sunlight that this provides potentially could be helpful. There's a little bit of weirdness to this to me that I want to point out, and that is that it is stated that you should not look directly into the light, and it is an intense light, but it is also shown and sort of suggested and suggested, I guess is the best word, on the actual Amazon listing that you would keep this 4 centimeters away from your face for at least 30 minutes. Now, that's really close proximity, especially if your eyes are open to this light, and that's quite a long time to have that light on your face. So I'm going to say adjust according to what you feel comfortable with, but keep in mind, bright lights near your eyes are never good. You may have to have that, closer than you want for some, to get the effect. Now, what I actually like is, I think it works great as just a lamp, but a lamp that would mimic the sun more so as far as the color. If you were to put this in a window, I'm not saying that you could, but I guess you could hang it up like in a window. But if you put this up in a window and sort of had it up like this, and had this turned on and a curtain across, and it was nighttime, it's potentially going to fool someone into thinking that it's daylight outside if they saw it and didn't know, because of the brightness and the color. So because it's UV free, though, you shouldn't have a lot of harmful issues with it. So I want to get this plugged back up real quick, and I love that it's type C because obviously it makes it quick and easy. It also plugs in very, very securely, so I'm not going to suggest you do this because you could damage the port, but for demonstration purposes I'm willing to show you that that's a possibility. So I'm going to set this over here and plug it up. Let me minimize this. So now you have a little bit of a darker area, so it's not quite as bright over there. Alright, now there is a timer functionality, so you touch this to turn it on, you can touch and hold it to turn it off, and that way when you turn it back on it'll have the memory function, or you just keep tapping it and it'll go through from on to the different levels and off. There's also a 30-minute timer function. When you tap either one of the 2 buttons on the front, they illuminate white. It's such an intense bright white light, it's almost impossible to see those 2 lights, but if you turn it at a certain angle so the light isn't like blinding to you, you can see that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and shut off this light here for the camera portion and turn this on. Otherwise you can see it's dark in here, the curtains are closed, they're sort of blackout like style curtains in a way, so it's pretty dark. So here goes. Alright, so you can see how dark it is in here. If I back up a little bit, you can see this area over here is fairly dark. So I'm going to go ahead and touch, and that illuminates this entire area. I'm going to run through the brightness levels, so you can see considerable amount of brightness. Now what I've done is actually turned it like this. Now this may not be for the people who suffer from certain disorders and all. This may not be therapeutic enough for them, but for me, I like having this as an option. The type of light that it is, I think it'd be great to have in the morning. You reach over it, maybe kill the alarm clock or hit the snooze button and turn this on, and that can kind of help with getting motivated in the morning. Maybe get that light, and kind of kicks in with the body's system of coordinating day and night, and I think even the circadian rhythm could be affected, maybe dealing with sleep and everything. I'm not sure, but I assume that would be the case. But I think sunshine plays a role in that. I've looked into it in the past, but I don't remember right now, so I won't ramble on about something I'm not completely informed about. I just wanted to share this with you. I think it's really cool. Had a nice opportunity to take a look at it, and it is definitely intense as far as the brightness level, for me anyway. But maybe I'm hypersensitive to the light because I have vision issues with vision in only one eye. Anyway, I'll leave a link below if you want to find out more about this, and I hope I haven't rambled too much and bored you too badly. Thank you for watching.